Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brian Boy here, and today we're going to be talking about how to make yourself a good hair care routine. Now, this is going to be a great video for anyone just starting out on their hair journey, or if you just want to revamp your entire routine altogether, this is going to be the video for you. Now, there are going to be little chapters down below in case you want to skip to certain parts of the video, but I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on how I started taking care of my hair personally. So I started taking care of my hair about 6 years ago, back in high school. I started off with very short, unkept, frizzy hair, and it just wasn't right. It just didn't sit right with me. And then I realized, Brian, like, you have a lot of potential with your hair. You can really take care of it and get the results you're looking for. And after 6 years, this is my journey right now. These are the results. It's still a work in progress. I'm always learning. But yeah, I've always just had frizzy hair back then. It really wasn't healthy. I wasn't taking care of it. But once I actually started getting a nice routine down, that's when I actually started seeing results in my hair. So now this video is gonna give you just a general baseline of how a good hair care routine should work at the very basic fundamentals. So I'll be talking about 4 categories: shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, and your stylers. Now this can differ for everyone. Now these are the basic categories. However, the frequency at which you do this can be different for everyone. I personally like to do my hair either once a week or bi-weekly. Some people do their hair 2 to 3 times a week. It really is going to depend on you knowing your hair and figuring out what works best for you and what doesn't work best. And of course, I'll be simplifying as much as possible. And just a little disclaimer, all the products in this video are going to be silicone free and mostly sulfate free with the exception of a shampoo. But I do have a little section at the end of the video which is called the extra section, which I'll go more into detail about how to more personalize this routine for you. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the first step, which is going to be the shampoo. Now with shampoos, I recommend 2 different types for your beginner, your first starter out person, whatever you are. I recommend 2 types. That's going to be your regular moisturizing shampoo and then your clarifying shampoo. And we'll start off with the moisturizing shampoo. Now this shampoo is going to be the one you're going to use the majority of the time. It's going to be your go-to for however often you typically wash your hair. Now this shampoo is going to contain gentle surfactants. Now what are surfactants? Surfactants are basically molecules that pull away dirt. They're in your dishwashing soap, they're in your detergents for laundry. They're just simply molecules that lift away dirt and carry them away. And the reason why I say it contains gentle surfactants is going to be because it just is not going to be as stripping on your hair. It's going to really keep all of your natural oils on your hair, but it's going to pull away some of the other dirt, some of the other buildup from other products. So it's going to be more of a gentle cleanse and it's not going to be too stripping. And this is the one you want to use majority of the time, more often than your clarifying shampoo. Now some examples of your gentle surfactants are going to be your C14 olefin sulfonate, your sodium lauryl methyl isethionate, I'll put a list up because I can't pronounce all of these, but basically anything that is not a harsh sulfate. These are going to be more gentle surfactants to really more subtly, gently pull up all the dirt and leave your hair still feeling moisturized but not stripped. And some of my personal favorites for my moisturizing shampoos is going to be the Earth Tones Curl Cleanse Moisturizing and Conditioning Shampoo, and the Not Your Mother's Tahitian Gardenia Flower and Mango Butter Curl Defining Shampoo. And like I said before, when you rinse these shampoos out, your hair is not going to feel stripped. It's not going to feel like straw or hay because they're going to really keep your natural oils on your hair and scalp so that you don't have like a very harsh cleanse, Now, the second type of shampoo you guys should get for your hair care routine is going to be a clarifying shampoo. Now, just like the name says, it's going to be more of a clarifying deep cleanse. And you really want to use this whenever you have a lot of product buildup on your hair, you have a lot of dandruff, oil, dead skin, all of that. Think of this as like a fresh restart. This is going to reset all of your hair and scalp so that you really have a fresh base to start with. Now, clarifying shampoos, you don't want to use them as often as your normal or moisturizing shampoo because clarifying your hair and scalp too much can lead to really bad things. So you want to make sure you're using it very sparingly and not too often. I personally like to use it really like whenever I feel like my scalp is feeling gunked up or dirty, or if you want to put a routine on it, I guess I would use mine maybe once or twice a month. I really just kind of listen to my hair and see, hey, does my scalp feel gunky and built up with dirt and product, or does it feel actually clean and stuff? And once again, with clarifying shampoos, it's going to depend completely on the type of person. If you're someone who has a very oily scalp, you'll probably use clarifying shampoos a little bit more often. If you have a very dry scalp, you'll probably use them a little bit less. It really just depends on how much oil your scalp produces and how much product buildup you have on your hair. Clarifying shampoos are going to contain the very, very intense sulfates. So that's going to be your sodium lauryl sulfate, your sodium laureth sulfate. Those are going to be very, very cleansing detergents and surfactants to really get all of the dirt off of your head, including your natural oils. So when you rinse this off, your hair is going to feel very squeaky clean. It's not going to have anything on it because you're going to start off with a fresh base. My favorite sulfate clarifying shampoo, I've had this forever, probably for like a few years, because it just has gotten the job done. It's super cheap too. It's going to be the Suave Essentials Daily Clarifying Shampoo. This has been one of my favorites for the longest because I really like to use it whenever I feel like I have just so much dirt and buildup on my hair. It really gives you like a deep, deep, refreshing clean. So you want to make sure you're following it up with a very moisturizing conditioner and deep conditioner, because this guy and all other clarifying shampoos, they will get everything off your scalp and it will feel dry. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to be moving on into the conditioner. Now with conditioners, the whole point of a conditioner is to kind of be like a primer for your deep conditioner. Think of it as like with makeup, you know, you put on a primer first to prepare your face for the foundation, for the concealer, all of that. That is what a conditioner does. It's going to soften your hair, condition your hair, and add moisture to your hair. Conditioners are going to contain molecules and ingredients such as humectants, emollients, and occlusives. Now I know those sound like really complicated words, but they're super easy to understand. A humectant is just simply a molecule that likes to attract water. That's going to be glycerin, it can be honey, it can be I'll put the word up on the screen, I can't pronounce it. But these are going to be ingredients that actually attract water to your hair. Emollients are going to be ingredients and molecules that actually soften the hair and actually condition it. They're going to smooth those cuticles down. And occlusives are actually going to occlusively seal the hair and trap in that moisture. So think of it as like adding a top coat on top of a nail polish. Now that we know like what a conditioner is and what it contains, we're going to get into how do you use it. So I typically or personally use my conditioners for detangling and moisture. Everyone, like I said, is going to be different. Some people with straighter hair aren't going to necessarily need detangling with their conditioner as much as moisture. So it really depends. However, I like for my conditioners to have a lot of slip so that I can detangle and get the knots and tangles out of my curls. And also I like for them to add moisture to my hair. So when I rinse it out, I want to have my hair feeling conditioned and moisturized afterwards. Some of my favorites, or really I just have one favorite right now, that's going to be the Ryojio Be Gentle, Be Kind Kale and Apple Replenishing Superfood Conditioner. Alright, now the third step in anyone's hair care routine, and my personal favorite in case you guys didn't know, is the deep conditioners or hair masks. Now think of these as your regular conditioner except on steroids. So they're gonna really contain a lot of ingredients, a lot of those humectants, emollients, and occlusives to really give you like a very penetrating and deeply moisturizing deep treatment actually for your hair. Now, like I said before, these deep conditioners are going to contain even more of those ingredients that a regular conditioner has, but you usually leave them on for longer. So typically companies will recommend leaving them on for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. That's because they really want to have that time to set in your hair, to have that deep conditioner actually sit in your hair, penetrate, seep in, whatever you want to call it, and really give you like a very deep, nourishing mask for your hair or treatment for your hair. Another one of my favorites is going to be the Mielle Mongongo Oil Hydrating Conditioner. It's going to be a protein-free one. This is one of my favorites. Now, the thing with deep conditioners is if you really want to, you don't have to use a regular conditioner. You can go straight from shampooing all the way to your deep conditioner. A regular conditioner isn't necessary in anyone's hair care routine. However, I think it's still a good step to incorporate. However, if you guys are on a budget or if you just don't feel like having a lot of steps in your routine, you can definitely skip out on the regular conditioner phase and go straight from shampoo to deep conditioner. All right guys, so we're gonna get into the last stage of anyone's hair care routine, and that's gonna be the stylers. Now the stylers, this section is going to be the most broad because everyone's hair needs different stylers, you know. One thing is not gonna work on somebody else's hair and vice versa. Now when it comes to stylers, the whole point of a styler really is to lock in your hairstyle for however long you want it to last, and also give your hair the lasting moisture and nutrients that it needs for the week or two or however long you want it to last. And like I said, this is so diverse. It's such a big generalizable group because with stylers you have pomades, gels, greases, mousses, creams, custards, jellies, all of that. It's really gonna depend on what your hair needs, you know. If you have wavy hair or hair that gets weighed down very easily, you're gonna wanna stick to the mousses and the light foams. If you're a guy with very short and straight hair, you might wanna stick to a pomade, you know. It really just depends on what your hair needs and what works best for your hair. Some of my favorite stylers are going to be, and this is just a small little representation. I have a ton of favorites for each of these categories, but some of my favorites are going to be the Mousse by Blueberry Bliss. It's the Repair and Grow Curl Sculpting Mousse. And the Honeycomb Curl Whip by Camille Rose. This one, you guys know, was a really good one for me. I really loved it. But yeah guys, like I said, this is gonna be the most experimental section because like I said, everyone's hair is different. Everyone's gonna react to products differently. It just depends on what you're trying out and see what really works for your hair and what doesn't. All right guys, so that's basically it for the 4 categories of a simple beginner hair care routine for anyone who wants to start off with their hair care journey. I mean, it's really not that difficult, but there is a little section I want to mention too, and this is gonna be the extra section. So once you really get your hair care routine down, you can start adding in more personalized actions and purchases that can really help your hair specifically. So this can be anything from buying oils, doing different styling techniques for your hair, buying a satin pillowcase, knowing which products work best on your hair and which don't, knowing how to balance protein and moisture in your products, knowing how to balance when to use sulfates and silicones, because I don't believe silicones and sulfates are the devil. I feel like when this whole curly girl method started, sulfates and silicones were demonized. However, I really like to preach to you guys to really educate yourselves and not really demonize ingredients, you know, just really do your research to see, okay, what are silicones and what do they do to the hair? What are sulfates and what do they do to the hair? So basically just that, knowing what personalized things you can incorporate to your own hair care routine to really give yourself even better results. Me personally, things I like to do for my hair is I like to sleep in a satin pillowcase and a satin bonnet so I don't cause frizz. I like to balance protein and moisture. I like to buy certain oils for my scalp and hair. These are small little things that I picked up along the way that really amp my hair up. They really give my curls that much of a leg up so that they can look their best, basically, so that they can look their healthiest, bomb, all of that. All right, so that's gonna be the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I purposely wanted to make this video very generalizable, you know, because no matter what your hair type is, no matter what your curl type is or porosity, I want everyone to just get a nice routine down for their hair and their hair only, because you know your hair best, and if you want to start taking care of it, you got to get the essentials down. So just a nice shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, and a styler. That's really all you need. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm definitely going to push out some more videos soon, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later.